Shalom, everyone here. It's so good to have you here for Shabbat services tonight. And for all of those of you joining at home, it's wonderful to have you with us as well. We'll be starting with a melody that we've been doing a little bit. We'll start with some yai-dai-dais to make it really easy. But if you'd like to follow along with the lyrics when they do come in, they'll be on page 45. Yai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai. A thought has blown the marketplace away. There is a song on the wind and a joy in the trees. Shabbat arrives in the world, scattering a song in the silence of the night. Eternity utters a day, and eternity utters a day. Oh, yai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai. Yada-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai.
Shabbat Shalom. I'm just calming down. I just did a kids service outside in the sukkah, and I am calming down a little bit. It's the beauty of Shabbat, the beauty of being together. Also the busyness of the past week. So I want to offer a thought to start us into our evening services tonight. And hi, Melanie, how are you doing? Hey, Melanie. Just a thought to bring us into this new year. I will admit it's been a very busy week for us, at least professionally. For all Jews, it's been a busy week. Feels like there's a lot going on. And I like to bring a poem to bring us into Shabbat, something to bring us into center. And someone sent me this earlier today, and it's helped me on a busy, busy day. And perhaps it could help us as we enter into Shabbat. It's just a very short reading from a writer named Dame Cutler. It's called "The World Needs You Whole." And God says, you who are exhausted with the work already, you with the asphalt-worn boots, with the house full of signs, you who are always breathing in, preparing to shout, who sees the work everywhere and swallows the impossible sea of it, breathe out, you weary ones. Prepare yourself to go in deep. Find the work inside, the work of self-kindness, the work of healing and repair. The work on the street will be there when it's time for you to re-enter. The world needs you whole. I see this reading as permission, even in the busy world, permission to give ourselves the blessing of Shabbat. So we enter into Shabbat by lighting the Shabbat candles. And those of you at home, I encourage you to light candles along with us. So because we just entered into a new month, and because I'm taking advantage of the fact that my birthday is on Saturday and their birthday is on Monday, anyone who has an October birthday, come on up to help us light the Shabbat candles. Anyone else? Well, I know Kim's starting to share, and I share a birthday. I was hoping to. Anyone, or if you missed September, because we did not do this in September. So if you have a September or October birthday, or I'll do it myself, come on. Help us light the candles.
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything. You just have to flick a match.
We'll do all the words. All good.
We'll do the words. Thank you. For those who want to join in, as on page number 2. Well, Paul, whenever you're ready. You can use a lighter or a match, whatever you prefer. Oh, going for the old school. All right. I appreciate that. Okay, that's something to say in front of your daughter. All right.
Can't hear it. Sorry.
Let's do it.
I know, right?
Shabbat's amazing.
It's the best. As I was saying before, having the sounds of kids, it's like angels. It's just a beautiful extra piece of our Shabbat practice.
Page 2.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
Let's sing into our Shabbat. Page 14.
Amen. And you can find this prayer right on the last paragraph on that page. So if you're like, where did it go? It's there. But this one I've been teaching, and so we're actually going to start with some really great words, really, really tricky for you to learn, I'm sure. Would you mind playing just that bass line for people really quick? So this is going to be really hard. Bum, biddy, biddy, bum. Think you can handle it? Bum, biddy, biddy, 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 bum, biddy, biddy, bum. Let's try that one more time. Thank you, Alex. Bum, biddy, biddy, 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 bum. Bitty, bitty, bum. Keep that going. Now you can add on top this part. Na-ma-na, 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 na-ma-na-ma-na-ma-na-ma-na. Try that. Na-ma-na, na-ma-na. Yeah. Na-ma-na. Na-ma-na. You can put it all together now, and I'm going to sing the words. Or zarua la tzadik u'yishrei simcha bidi bidi bum. Whatever part you want. Or zarua la tzadik u'yishrei simcha. Doing great. Bum biddy biddy 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 bum 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 biddy 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 bum. We're gonna do Or Zarua again. Try it with me. Or zarua la tzadik u'yishrei simcha bidi bidi bum bidi bid. Or zarua la tzadik u'yishrei simcha bum. Bum, bitty, bitty, bum, bitty, bitty, bum, bitty, 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 bum, bitty, bitty, bum. Thank you so much, Alex, who's helping us out tonight musically. We are always so appreciative of the way you help bring such beautiful music to services, so thank you. And thank you for trying that out with me. We move from those words on page 14 to page 20 for the words of Lecha Dodi as we welcome Shabbat in, as we just really take that time to get ready for Shabbat. Exactly. It's like knew exactly what I wanted to say. So we really just want to sit into that and really enjoy it. This is a fun melody, so let's sing Lecha Dodi together on page 20. We're going to do verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. I'll announce that as we go. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'ribor echad, ishmi'anu el ha'miyuchad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, l'shem u'tiferet v'libchila. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 2, likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelecha, ki hi mekor ha'beracha, merosh mikerem nesucha, sof ma'aseh le'machshava tchila. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 5, hitoreri, Giva orech kumi uri, shir daveri, kibod Adonai aleich nigla. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela. Please rise and face the entrance if you are able, and it is your custom. Verse 9. Boi v'shalom, ateret ba'ala, gam besimcha u'b'tzola, toch emunei am segula. Boi chala, Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela.
If you're able, we remain standing actually. We begin our evening service, page 28. Page 28. We join together in our evening prayers for Baruch Hu. If you're standing, please be seated. Page 30, Ma'ariv Aravim, the God who calls on the evening.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidbaro ma'ariv aravim.
Try that. Join with me.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim. Bechokma poteach she'arim, ובתבונה משנה עתים, ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים. במשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו, ברקיע כרצונו.
Back to the top part.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בדברו מעריב ערבים. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בדברו מעריב ערבים.
Page 31. Nope. Page 33. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than that this holiest of your works in the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Amen.
Shema is on page 34 and 35. We welcome you to stand or remain seated, as is your preference and custom, letting your physical body guide your spiritual connection. With our voices unite together in one.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. You may be seated. We continue on 36 with the Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha ve'hayu hadivarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha veshinantam levanecha vedibarta bam veshivtecha beveitecha uvlechtecha vaderech uvshochbecha uvekumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha vehayu letotafot bein heinecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru ve'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem gedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet.
Page 40, Mi Chamocha. While indeed this is a prayer of freedom and redemption, we also recall and value this was a prayer of new beginnings. From leaving Egypt, entering a new chapter, a new journey, a new moment in the life of our ancestors, there's the power of something new, something uncharted, something we've yet to discover. We're just a week and a half into this new year. So many things are still possible. So many things can still be accomplished and created and experienced and enjoyed. So as we sing Mi Chamocha together, let's hold on to that freedom piece, but also to the joy of the newness and all that can come with it. Page 40, Mi Chamocha. Dance with Melanie, you can.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha ne'etar b'kodesh, nora tehilot oseh felech, nora tehilot oseh felech. Alechutecha ra'uvanecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, זה אלינו ואמרו, זה אלינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד.
One more time. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha ne'eta b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh, nora tehilot osef eleh.
We turn to the Amidah, our next section of the service. We can begin on page 45 with the same melody that we began our services with. Take your time, take your moments. As Rabbi Dano leads us in this opening song, this opening melody, we'll eventually all stand together for those who are able, but there's no need to rush. So as you listen to this beautiful melody, and you're welcome to sing along, when you're ready, please rise.
A thought has blown the marketplace away. There is a song on the wind and a joy in the trees. Shabbat arrives in the world, scattering a song in the silence of the night, and eternity utters a day, and eternity utters a day. Oh, die, die, die,
Rise when you're ready.
die, 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 ya da die, die, ya da die, 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 ya da die, die, ya da die, die, ya da die, 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 ya da die, die, ya da die, 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 die. 46. Adonai Sfatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Adonai Sfatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Page 48. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'koneh HaKol, Ve'zocher Hasnei Avot Ve'imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים וחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Take the next few moments for silent prayer that takes us to page 62. Please be seated when you're ready.
May the words of my mouth acceptable to you, the meditations of my heart be pleasing unto you, O God, my rock and my Redeemer. May the words of my mouth, the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, O God.
Page 253, we offer a prayer for healing of mind, body, and spirit. We invite you at home and you in the sanctuary to offer out loud names of loved ones, so we might hold all those names aloft and pray for their strength and their comfort together.
How many songs do you think there are in Tanakh? Not just Torah. Torah is the 5 books of Moses. Tanakh, the entirety of the Jewish Bible. What Christians might call the Old Testament, we call Jewish Bible or Tanakh. How many songs are there in Tanakh? Any guesses? Jim? One, more than one. Max? 2. Okay, we're not going to do this all the way up. Marky, you better. 10. 10. I found that surprisingly few. But that makes, when we hear those 10 songs, all the more significance. And to be fair, the Hebrew word is shirah, which means both song and poem. So we're going to use them interchangeably, probably a bit more around poetry. Now, the first song, according to Isaiah, was the nights before the angel entered Egypt. The second song was the song at the Red Sea, Shirat Hayam, a song they sang at the well in the wilderness. And then the fourth song we read this week in Torah. We actually read, according to Rabbi Elizabeth Sachs, last week, Parshan Vayelech, the very last verse of last week's Torah portion. It says, Moses then recited these words of this poem, this song, to the whole people of Israel. And then the portion concludes on quite the cliffhanger. And surely Moses' words, the actual last words Moses would speak to the Israelites, would be emotional and inspirational and transformational. In fact, one might even think it's like Shirat Hayam, that beautiful song that we sang to freedom. And we get what some people refer to as Shirat Moshe, or the Song of Moses. At the beginning, in the entirety of Parshat Ha'azinu, itself only 28 verses long. It's interesting when you think about it, before we get into what Parshat Ha'azinu is actually about. According to Rabbi Evan Kent, there are 5,852 verses in the Torah that are prose, non-poetry. And here, we have the beauty of poetry. Maimonides says that Shirat Moshe, this song of Moses, is so powerful, so important that we should recite it every single morning as part of our morning prayers, along with Maimonides lists Shema and the Song of the Sea. So again, why this poem and why is it so important? Given the weight of the expectations, we'd expect Shirat Moshe, the Song of Moses, to be this musically majestic, lavish, unique, and unequivocally over-the-top poem or song. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I was wrong, it's not 28 verses, 43 verses. Of these 43 verses of this poem, it's actually quite plain, quite cautionary, raises a number of concerns and worries that Moses has for the people. Quite the farewell address one might expect when the last words Moses would say. And musically speaking, there are 13 different phrases one uses when chants Torah, and some of them hugely beautiful and elaborate. Of the entirety of these 43 verses, of the last words of Moses, in one of the 10 songs in the Or of Tanakh, again, according to Rabbi Cantor Evan Kent's, Parshat Shirat Moshe only uses 3 of the musical tones, and the most common of them. Musically, it's unadorned and it's simple. Basic building blocks for short musical expressions that never gets too elaborate or too complex. So what is this song? Why does Moses offer something so profound but so plain? Rabbi Noah Arno offers a few possibilities. Perhaps after a lifetime of leading and governing in prose, Moses still felt that poetry enough was significant to impact the people. That would reveal a deeper truth, a deeper connectivity, a deeper meaning, simply by using poetry without all the various elaborations. According to Arno, we don't need the fanciness and over-the-top eloquence of poetry. Often the poetry itself, the rhythm and the phrasing of the words, offers a deep expression of self. It's kind of code, says Arno. Poetry can contain and sustain greater truth than prose. Rarely is truth unequivocal. Rather, it is complex and obscure, just like poetry itself. And like I mentioned, the message that Moses offers is not celebratory. It's critical and mournful and resigns, recounting God's redemption of Israel and Israel's corresponding unfaithfulness. But even with 42 verses of concern raised by Moses, it ends with a final verse, but the final verse of vengeance. Perhaps Moses meant to use poetry as a way to soften the blow of this message. Harsh and critical as it may be, maybe poetry allowed the people to take it in a bit more. Maybe Moses just wanted to use poetry because this is the last words he would use, and he wanted them to live on until he's, as it says in just a few verses on Simchat Torah, Moses is gathered to the ancestors. Poetry can offer a way to convey deep and complex messages, preserved for generations to come. So why poetry? Why is this Moses' medium of choice over all the other grand miracles that he's offered in the course of his 40 years of leadership? There is no one clear answer, except that it's bold, it's complex, it's rhythmic, it's intense, it's deeply personal. We rarely see this type of unabashed honesty from Moses himself. So used to just telling the people what to do or interpreting God's words or offering complex laws and instructions. Instead, Moses uses the poetry, not grand, not overly extravagant, but uses his poetry to express the deepest version of himself. So what does Moses use in his final words to the people? He goes into himself, finds the most honest words he can muster up, and speaks them from the depth of his heart. It's a lesson in technique for us as well. Some of us might be poets, or songwriters, or artists, or journalists, or nature walkers, or carpenters, or knitters. Whatever expression we might use that allows us to tap into the deepest version of what we were truly meaning to say. Perhaps that's what Moses is letting on as well. It doesn't need to be big and fancy. It needs to be truly from within. None of us are Moses, of course, but we all hope to create something beautiful, to express something eternal. So let me close with a poem by Robert Louis Stevenson, also created and written by the British composer Ralph Vaughan Williams, when he expresses the nature and power of poetry. Stevenson wrote, "Bright is the ring of the words when the right man rings them. Fair the fall of songs when the singer sings them. Still they are caroled and said, on wings they are carried after the singer is dead and the maker is buried. Lo, as the singer lies in the field of heather, songs of his fashion bring the swains together. And when the west is red with the sunset embers, the lover lingers and sings, and we all remember." Find a way to express yourself in this new year, whatever that expression may be. Find a way to express the depth of who you are. Page 282, page 282 at the top of the page. We rise, if we're able, for Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגובהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. Page 294. Mordi Kaddish Yatom, a prayer of memory. To be laid to rest in future days. Frank Lieberman, father of Jerry. We are in the period of Shiva, the 7 days of mourning, for Leatrice Schacht, wife of Merv, mother of Walter, Paul, Jenny, and Susan, mother-in-law of Seema, Julie, and Bertie, grandmother of Nathaniel, Benjamin, Sophie, and Samuel. Richard Richmond, father of Evan, father-in-law of Julie, grandfather of Morris. We're in the period of Shloshim, the 30 days of mourning, for Barbara Spivak, mother of Darcy. We observe the yahrzeit, the anniversary of passing, Rena Burnett, Beverly Bedansky, Jack Butnick, Thaddeus Carpin, Charles Corwin, Irving Epstein, Sylvia Erver, Alexander Pfeffer, Elias Feinberg, Herman Fishman, Lawrence Fox, Francis Goldie, Lorraine Goldman, David Goldman, Nancy Green, Grace Greenberg, Lee Grossman, Doris Hagen, Milton Braun Heslin, Jerry Hupp, Minna Katz, Ferda Kearns, May Kornov, Ursula Kraftchick, Arthur London, Sheldon Malman, Margit Peterson, Samuel Resnikoff. If any names have been mispronounced or omitted, we invite you to add them to our community at this time. If you're within the first 7 days of mourning, you're welcome to rise. If you're in the first 30 days of mourning, you're welcome to rise. If you're in the first year of mourning, you're welcome to rise. If you're observing a yahrzeit on this Shabbat, you're welcome to rise. If it's your tradition to rise in love and solidarity, you're welcome to do so for the Mourner's Kaddish, again, page 294. Yit Gedal v'Yit Shemei Rabbah Be'alma divrach yirotei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yamechon v'chay Yisrael ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mivarach le'olam almei omaya Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit roman v'yit naseh V'yitadar, v'yithalei, v'yithalal, shemei dekudasha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, da'amiram be'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. Osei shalom b'imromav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, I'll call Yoshvei Tevel, V'imru, Amen. Yoshvei Tevel, all who dwell on the earth. Please be seated. At Temple Beth Am, we are grateful that the Shabbat gathering is happening on coastal Salish lands, specifically of the Duwamish tribe. In addition to gratitude, as a community, we commit ourselves to learning more and continuing to actively support indigenous peoples and their tribes. For example, Temple Beth Am offers a monthly donation to United Indians of all tribes foundation. And let's also share some simchas, some joys. There's some announcements. You can see them on the website. There's a lot coming up. Tomorrow, Shabbat. The sukkah is already built. It's gorgeous. It fits next to a tent. It was impressive how they put it
That
together.
was very impressive.
Mark,
Agreed.
I heard it was quite complex fitting it next to the tents. I heard there was a thing.
How were the cubits?
Yeah,
By
right.
how many cubits?
Erev Sukkot in the Kesher Awards and Low and Kaplan Awards on Sunday. Fall Fest in the festival service on Monday. The Gan starts on Sunday. Fall Festival next Saturday. We also have Shabbat, Simchat Torah, dancing with Torahs for the first time in 3 years. We have a lot. Be here. A lot of good stuff. But I want to hear some simcha, some joyful moments from all of you. If something good has happened in this past week, we'd love to hear about it and share in the joy together. Does anyone want to share a simcha or a joy from this past week? Grandson, a 2-month checkup, getting those vaccines. 2 months is a lot of vaccines. Max.
I was stunned to get an award this week for working with new parents, not being a new parent myself.
Stunned again, I'm repeating for those at home, to get an award for working with new parents. Anyone else? Yeah, please. Say that one more time. The kindergartners talk to you. I love it. They're
very
fickle little ones.
Yes.
Yeah. Travel to and from San Francisco safely. Very good. I have a trip coming up. It may or not go on. I'm worried about the safety. So good to know that. Good to know.
My mom is here visiting for my birthday.
Yay!
That's very nice. Yay,
Sandy.
Mom.
Let's close services with 2 blessings in the song. First blessing over birthdays too. First blessings over the wine or grape juice at home. Feel free to join us. Then we'll have a challah. We're not sharing food in the sanctuary just yet. It's also a facilities class. Our facilities team loves that we're not sharing challah in the sanctuary. But one of you is going home with the challah, so think if you want a challah. But we'll start in page number 5 with Kiddush. Page number 5.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho באהבה וברצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה וראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת לחיים.
Of course, the challah. Who would like a challah? Who wants? Come on up. You're gonna coming up. Meaning we're gonna say the blessing together, but to make sure it's a kosher blessing for all of us, you need to take a bite. And if you'd like to join arms or elbows with those near you to be closer, you're more than welcome to. You can hold this. Got it? You good? All right.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon.
Just take a bite to make sure it's kosher blessing, and we'll close with gratitude to Alex and to Jamie and to Lou and to Kim. Louis and to Kim. And Kim and I found out we have the same birthday, so that's just fun. We'll close with a Sa'enai on page 339. Shabbat Shalom.